thankful for that. But yeah, I'm kind of glad Lamont let shut everybody up. Everybody ate crow. You know what I'm saying? It's some of them just didn't know. Just didn't know Lamont, but a lot of them know it. But a lot of these Cavs fans don't know boxing. Criticize them.
I ain't gonna really think about that yet because I'm waiting after he finishes his fight with Roach. Roach is not just your average everyday opponent. Roach is a person who knows Tank, who's been around Tank his whole life. This is a different fight. You can't put Roach to the side like that. I'm sorry. Now, I'm not saying that he's gonna win the fight. I don't know that, but Roach cannot be this underrated like that. You gotta understand that Roach came from basically...
The rematch press conference between Gervonta, Tank Davis, and Lamont Roach quickly turned volatile. But it wasn't the fighters who threw the first jab, it was their trainers. Calvin Ford, Davis's longtime coach, didn't waste a second before turning up the heat. Looking Roach's father and trainer directly in the eyes, he called Lamont Roach scared, accusing him of waking a sleeping beast in Davis, and now dreading the consequences.
Hardest punch I ever faced. No. And I ain't shitting on him or nothing like that. He can punch. But Jonathan Okendo, he's from Puerto Rico. Bro, he got bricks in his hands, bro. I lie to you not. He punch hard. I ain't gonna lie. He a hard hit.
You poked the bear, Ford said coldly. Now you're scared of what's coming. You don't want that beast again. That was all it took to ignite Lamont Roach Sr. He didn't back down or brush it off. Instead, he fired right back, flipping the script on Davis's camp. Tank was the one ducking the rematch, Roach Sr. snapped. Y'all know it. We signed that contract immediately. It was your side dragging things out, hoping it would all fade. And now you're here trying to act tough? Please. From there, the tension only thickened. Even after the microphones were cut.
Matches that you fought?
0.
What do you have to do to create enough separation where this don't happen again?
Whew, that's a good question. It's going to be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder if that didn't get me the win. And I have room. I definitely have room. I'm not going to lie, I have room.
You believe you fought the best Gervonta, or do you think he got some more gears?
100% for a fact. I think he might have some more gears, but I fought the best Gervonta that night.
Energy in the room stayed charged. But the talking stops on August 16th in Las Vegas. The rematch is locked in, and both sides are carrying the weight of what happened on March 1st. This time, there's no room for delay, and no appetite for repeat performances. The first clash between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach ended in a majority draw, a result that left fans frustrated and the boxing world buzzing. Davis had put his WBA lightweight title on the line, but instead of walking away with a clear...
So I happen to be a boxing fan, that the fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long will it take?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's going to be soon. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
I'm thinking July for sure.
Victory, he found himself at the center of one of the most controversial moments of the year. In the 9th round, Davis unexpectedly dropped to a knee. It wasn't the result of a punch, according to him, but a bizarre mishap. Grease from his braids had dripped into his eyes, burning so badly he couldn't see. Officials didn't count it as a knockdown, a decision that proved pivotal. When the scorecards were read, the fight was ruled a draw. And Davis kept his belt. Now, with the rematch officially set, Davis appears to be approaching things differently. A recent photo he posted caught fans' attention immediately. No braids. The hairstyle that sparked so much drama in the first fight is gone. That one change lit up social media. Shortcut tank back. Roach's sleep, one fan commented. Another wrote, no braids, Tank is back, Roach is in trouble. There's a growing belief among Davis supporters that this version of Tank will be laser-focused and dangerous. But Team Roach isn't backing down. Lamont Roach didn't treat the draw like a moral victory. From the final bell on March 1st, he's been calling for the rematch, staying active, vocal, and persistent. He even accused Davis of stalling, saying his side had signed the contract weeks.
Not Roach, throwing his hands fast as hell. He's in the gym preparing. I think the rematch with Roach versus Gervonta can actually be more exciting than the first one. In my opinion, I've said this many times, the actual fight itself wasn't that crazy. The crazy thing is what you've never seen before, the knee. But as far as a boxing match, it was, if you look at the copy box, they didn't throw a lot of punches. It wasn't like, it wasn't really a great fight.
And was simply waiting for Davis to commit. Now that the fight is finally on, big names are weighing in. Pound for pound King Terrence Crawford shared his thoughts on the Ring Champs podcast with Ak and Barak, and he didn't mince words. "I think you're going to get a better Tank," Crawford said. But at the same time, I think Roach fought at his peak. I don't think he can fight better than that. With opinions flying and the date set, all that's left is the fight. And this time, no one wants it left in the judge's hands. Terrence. Crawford didn't stop at praising Gervonta Davis. He broke down exactly what he thought went wrong in their first encounter. Tank's biggest problem was hesitation, Crawford explained. He was only throwing 1 or 2 punches at a time. He's got to let his hands go. It's a significant shift in perspective.
Version he shows up with, and no disrespect to Roach, but you know what I mean.
No, that is disrespectful to Roach, and like y'all fight fans gotta realize that is disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, he in there fighting another grown man that ain't going for none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you don't think Roach is gonna come with another game plan or something better or this, that, and third. So when they had a rematch, are y'all still gonna say, "Oh, Take's still not his full self ever since he fought whatever"? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like.
If Davis held back and still managed to escape with a draw, unleashing his full arsenal could tilt the rematch heavily in his favor. But not everyone sees it that way. Enter Claressa Shields, another world champion with a different take. Speaking to Fight Hub TV, Shields backed Roach to come in even sharper this time around. She argued that Davis is still wrestling with pressures outside the ring, and it's showing in his performances. Tank needs to get his fear out of the way, Shields said.
Because I think that the next fight is going to be a whole lot better, and I think the next fight is going to end with somebody being on the canvas, in my opinion. But I think that Lamont Roach, I want to give a shout out to Lamont Roach for, putting up such a, amazing performance. We've never seen anyone stand there toe-to-toe with Gervonta Tank.
Anger helps you in a fight, but you can't lose control. He's so frustrated with other parts of his life, it's hard for him to channel it all in the ring. She even went a step further, suggesting that Davis might benefit from therapy to help him clear his head and focus. For Shields, Davis dropping to a knee and blaming it on hair grease wasn't just strange, it was a red flag. That moment showed how unpredictable things are for him right now.
One coming up with
I
Tank
hope he don't fight Lamont, actually. Like, I hope he don't get in the ring with him again. Because at the end of the day, if he lose, it's just gonna look bad on the fight with me. So it's gonna look like somebody else already did it.
You want Tank to knock you out, yo.
I
heard him say, like, yo, I want to fight Tank, and that's nice, but why do you want Tank to knock you out so bad? Like,
look, that sound good. That sound real good, but she's too little.
Too little.
I promise you.
And in boxing, that kind of mental instability can be the difference between winning and losing. Then there's Shakur Stevenson, a potential opponent for the winner. He offered a more grounded view in a recent interview, warning fans not to assume this will be an easy rebound for Davis. "I'm not looking at this like some guaranteed comeback," Stevenson said. "If anything, the rematch could be even tougher. As the fight draws closer, opinions are flying from all directions. One thing's clear, this isn't just about skills anymore. It's about who's mentally ready to take control when the bell rings." Lamont Roach has been waiting his entire life for a shot like this, and according to Shakur Stevenson, he's taking it dead seriously.
Like I said, Tank is a different animal than people even begin to realize in the boxing world, man. He's on a level of his own, in my opinion. I think this isn't even going to be close.
All right, Mike, what do you think about that?
I think it was needed, but on the opposite way though, I think it's more so for Roach, in my opinion. That he proved his point. Honestly, Tank met his match, in my opinion. And Roach honestly should have won that fight. Like, that's my personal opinion. He really should have won. It shouldn't have been no draw or whatever the case.
Stevenson, who sparred with Roach, in the past spoke about the mindset Roach brings into the ring. "I bet money the first fight would go the distance because I knew he wasn't going to get a decision," Stevenson said. This rematch isn't just another fight. It's a test for Davis to be better than he's ever been. He can't just show up at his best. He has to surpass that. This is going to be a very difficult fight. And that's what's really at stake. This isn't just about a title anymore. It's about credibility.
He's trying to please the fans possibly and take this fight versus Lamont Roach in a rematch. You know, is it even worth it to please the fans who are going to love you one minute, hate you the next? They're going to love him this minute, they're going to hate him next minute. Oh, I don't like it. He can fight Lamont Roach, and they're going to say, well, he's supposed to knock Lamont out if he does win. You know, or if he loses to Lamont, they're going to say, oh, we knew Lamont was better. It's just always is a never-ending story in regards to boxing. You can't just please the people.